In a dramatic turn of events, the U.S. Supreme Court has intervened in the ongoing tariff battle between the Trump administration and the global trade community. The court's decision to halt the imposition of further tariffs has sent shockwaves through the market, causing a sudden and significant crash in stock prices. Let's break down what this means for America, the global economy, and the Trump administration's relationship with its international allies. For months, President Donald Trump has faced mounting pressure to justify his tariff policies, particularly the controversial tariffs placed on Chinese imports. These tariffs, designed to protect American industries, have led to significant trade disruptions and tensions with countries like China, Canada, and the European Union. While some of these nations have retaliated with their own tariffs, the U.S. market has been left in a state of uncertainty, with businesses and consumers feeling the effects of higher prices and reduced international trade. The Supreme Court's ruling came as a surprise to many, as the court typically refrains from getting involved in matters of trade policy. However, with public opinion turning against the tariffs and mounting evidence that the strategy is causing more harm than good, the court decided to step in, halting further tariff hikes. This decision has ignited a massive sell-off in the stock markets, with investors fearing that the uncertainty surrounding U.S. trade policy will continue to weigh down the economy. The market crash, which saw major indexes like the Dow Jones and S&P 500 plummet, has sparked a wave of reactions from global allies. Countries such as Canada and Mexico, who have long been affected by Trump's tariffs, expressed cautious optimism following the ruling. These nations have been at the receiving end of retaliatory tariffs, damaging key industries such as agriculture and manufacturing. For them, the court's decision signals a potential return to more stable trade relationships with the U.S. China, too, has weighed in on the matter, calling for the U.S. to abandon its aggressive trade policies and embrace more cooperative negotiations. The halt of tariffs could lead to a de-escalation in the U.S.-China trade war, potentially paving the way for a new round of talks aimed at resolving the ongoing disputes. However, many analysts remain skeptical about whether this ruling will lead to lasting peace in global trade. For President Trump, the Supreme Court's intervention is both a setback and a challenge to his administration's approach to trade. His America First policy, which has been a cornerstone of his presidency, has been built around the notion of using tariffs to bring jobs back to the U.S. and reduce the trade deficit. However, the fallout from this decision could force him to rethink his strategy, especially as the economic repercussions of the tariffs become more apparent. As we look ahead, the future of U.S. trade policy remains uncertain. Will the court's decision lead to a shift in strategy, or will Trump continue to push for more aggressive tariffs? The global economy is watching closely, as the repercussions of this landmark ruling will be felt for years to come. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story.